And we are back with game 2 of this best of 7 series between Alohaman Julius and Singsong Kevin Singh. Hello, Zane. Okay,
Hello.
we are just
And the
loading
next
up.
map we're going to go into is Frost. This is another 4-player map, but not quite as big as Ultizeum, and harder to take a natural base.
What are you expecting to see in this game, Rotterdam? I don't think so. We don't have any
Not
Zergs in this game.
uh,
But we are loading into the
both
match now.
players frequently nightmare about Roach. I do imagine so.
I know I do, that's for
And
sure.
in the top left corner of Frost, we have the Orange Terran hailing from Lithuania, I think. It's Alohaman. And the bottom right, we have the Blue Terran, Singhasong.
Absolutely. Just zooming in on
Singhasong,
these
of course,
guys.
star player for the Double Dutch Dragons.
Is that what that stands for?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. Look
It
at that.
is
Look at
indeed.
that. Look at that. SCV micro there from Julius. Stacking up. Oh no, he's ruined already. He was stacking up his SCVs nicely and then they all went somewhere else anyway. So, interesting first
Alohaman,
supply depot place.
Depot, yeah. I mean, what do you think the chances are of his SCV being on the bottom side of the supply depot when it finishes and being stuck?
Not very high because it just went to the bottom side, so it's going to move up to the top. Oh, hang on a
Oh, it's
minute.
gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Oh, that was close.
Ah,
It would have been fine though, because he could have just lowered it, and it would have been okay.
no, but it would have taken him. Would have taken him a few seconds.
To realise, yeah, you're probably
Oh, it
right.
could happen again. The barracks goes down in a similarly strange position, whereas Kevin's barracks is much more normal, and mind games going down from both players.
Yeah, what do you think's with the barracks placement? Is it like to get the Reaper down the hill quicker, maybe? Can't think what it could be for.
I think it's so that it's harder to spot immediately. Like when you send an SCV and your first reaction is, "Where's the barracks? Where's the barracks?" And then you don't see it immediately, you get scared.
Yeah. Rotty excited to see some Blink Dark Templars. And Julius is blaming Obama for Protoss's balance in the game. I also want flying DTs, I just want to point that out. Flying DTs would be great.
Well, Terran already have them. They're called Banshees.
That is quite true. Both players scouting at the exact same time as they finish up their barracks and building a marine. No Reapers this game.
Yep, and strange because this is the map to go Reaper on. There's so much, there's a lot of surface area to get into the main base.
SCV is not going to meet as they are going different ways past the Imperial StarCraft Society logos. As you can see them here. And both players are scouting a wrong way again because they're diagonal again. Going to be another long game, I think.
Yep. Possibly.
Quick factory
and
this time.
Both players opting to go for factories. Yeah. No fast CC shenanigans this game.
Nope, both players still scared about getting, attacked early on.
But the question is, are we going to see proxy starport again from Julius? I mean, it didn't work out so well for him last game, but he still won despite that.
He might go for it. His SCV is going to reach the base sooner or later, and then we will find out what his plan is. He is one up in this best of 7, so there's no reason he couldn't pull out something a little bit risque. And both SCVs arriving at the same time, and death. Oh, we got away. Good micro.
Wow, that is some good micro from Kevin.
Julius's SCV, however, not as lucky.
And while the factory going to swap with the barracks for Julius, so that factory will likely be producing Hellions. Yep.
Double Hellions.
And okay, the question on my mind is, will the Hellions get stuck in between the reactor and the depot, or not?
Where is his rally point? Yes, one of them will at least, and then he'll have to lower these 2 depots, which is kind of a pain.
I hope so.
That would be kind of funny.
And Kevin opting to go for a Banshee build, it looks like.
Oh, the Hellions escaped. They didn't get stuck.
I was wrong.
Julius already expanded. What do you think of that?
Well, it's about halfway, but it all depends on how much damage his Banshee's going to do, which aren't in production yet. Because, wow, he only has 1 gas, which is very interesting, because you can't really do Banshee tank off one gas and making a reactor and wow, this is quite strange.
Getting
Hoping
another
to build the barracks there.
barracks on the tap. I'm not really sure.
This is some weird shuffling going on. Yeah, interesting it is. And that, wow, Kevin has such a fast factor in Starport, but he hasn't made anything out of them yet. Whereas Julius is still making those Hellions and a Raven out of his Tech Lab Starport.
When did he get Tech Lab Starport? Missed that. And the Hellions are going to go poke in, probably cancel, kill the SCV making this base if he reacts quick enough.
Yeah, delay it. In fact, even these Marines can't really poke down the ramp.
Oh, he did. He got the
Like,
cancel.
wow.
Why did he get the cancel? That's not right at all. Definitely shouldn't be getting a cancel there.
That's very, yeah, I'm making the CC again in his main base, whereas Julius is already done, and an orbital. This is where things seem to be falling apart for Kevin. The nerves are getting to him. But
Yeah.
still, the Starport and Factory have made nothing, and his CC so late.
That's Raven is already out for Julius. What is he going to be doing with this
Yeah,
game?
I mean, Julius is like, oh, you have nothing. You must have a Banshee on the map somewhere, but in fact, he doesn't even have that. And even if he did, Julius would be prepared for it with the Raven and the Viking on the way.
Kevin has like 1 million production buildings right now. He has 4 racks, Stargate,
And bad choice
Starport,
from
and
Kevin. I mean, Kevin's already behind on economy, and he opts to go for the scan. There's no point in scanning when you're this far behind anyway. It's like the scan. There's nothing he could have seen with the scan that would make him have to change his plans.
no, absolutely not.
And making a Widow Mine out of his Tech Labs factory and a single medevac out of his reacted starport, things aren't looking so good.
No, he just doesn't have the economy to be sustaining the number of production buildings he has going right now. Like, I don't know what he's planning on doing with these 2 extra barracks, but it's not going to be anything useful, I can tell you that much.
And this command center needs to head down to the natural ASAP so he can kickstart his economy because it is falling behind right now.
That
I think if
single
we look at
Hellion
the
is
worker-
probably just going to go
worker
and
tab,
say hi to these aliens.
36 to 26 SCVs. That's a big differential this early in the game. And these Hellions getting some good shots off. One does die, but killing that many units was worth it. And the drop, okay, this is what I think to be Kevin's only hope in this game. He needs to do a lot of damage with this drop. If he doesn't do enough damage with the drop, he's going to be too far behind economically to be able to play a longer game.
We see no Widow Mines, we see no missile turrets in any of Julius's bases, so the Widow Mine can do a bit of damage for a bit, potentially.
But there is the Raven there, so he does have detection. And the Hellions are going to come in to harass the natural, but there is a tank in good position from Kevin to prevent them, but they're
going to
sneak
kill
behind, and
a mule by the looks of it.
mules, maybe?
Yeah,
And at
they
the
got
same
one.
time, the drop is going in. They're dropping next to the Hellions.
The Widow
and
Mine
Hellions
is
do
burying
react, the Widow Mine
itself,
goes down.
and is it going to get any hits? Boom! Not much damage done, and into the tanks, and that's going to be end of that drop.
Of course, a mine can only kill one SCV.
Oh, he's dropped
because
onto the tank. I
they
like
don't
that. He's going to get the
tank
tank.
kill.
That's a good
And
pickup.
wow. And the pickup? No, letting the Marauders die. The Vendavac's gonna die too to the Viking, it looks like. But the Widow Mine is still here.
Yeah, and he's going to
But
need to
the
use a Raven. Oh, he's got
Yeah.
Ravens. He's not going to need to use
Yeah.
a scan. As long as he doesn't randomly fly the Raven away from the Widow Mine, in which case it's not going to do a whole lot. And there goes that mule. Julius really needs to move his Raven back. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
That's better.
It would have been funny if there were a bunch of SCVs on top of that Widow Mine and the tank slash killed them all.
Those are some sick force
But-
fields. He might be able to do it.
in the midst of all this chaos, Kevin's taking the opportunity to take an extremely fast third base.
Can you
Which is just finishing now.
can you tell me what these SCVs are doing? 'Cause I don't know.
They are
Both
building
building
a ninja base.
together.
Well,
Best friends
trying.
forever.
and at the same time, there is a
Hashtag
ninja
Rotty
network
Micro.
in the main base of Julius.
Interesting stuff. Those Hellions all got spotted and are going to get cleaned up nice and quickly.
Yep.
Even the last one's not going to
Concussive
make it
shells
out
sliding
alive.
down.
And yep,
Yeah.
they did absolutely nothing. That other
So I
SCV has
wonder
left his
if-
friend and is now going home.
And a scan goes down, revealing a single siege tank. And a Viking and a Raven, I suppose, but he knew of those.
Question is, will this little strike force be able to do anything against this number of siege tanks? I'm going to go with no.
I mean, well, the siege tanks are spread out, so with some careful positioning and medevac dropping, he could break this.
Or he can just walk into that siege tank and lose his entire... Oh, no, sorry, 2 siege tanks.
Yeah, that did not go so well. To be honest, I think if Flash was actually playing in Kevin's position, he would win with just these units.
It's quite possible,
But
like he could do
Kevin
some
not
neat
quite
micro.
as good as Flash.
Nope.
Mhm.
And Julius going up to a 4 base economy now with this ninja base and his safely secured 3rd with siege tanks outside the front.
Mhm.
What do we see? Also 3 bases for Singhasong as he drops a lot of mules.
Judging from last game, I really can't see this hidden base ever being discovered.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to be high on the priority list for Kevin to try and find this space. He needs to... I don't know what he needs to do. He's still just about keeping up in supply. If we look at his army supply, it's quite a bit behind, and his worker supply is just as good though. But the main thing for him...
The main issue with Kevin is the supplies don't tell the story, because Kevin's opting for bio, which is a lot more supply heavy.
Right.
And Julius is opting for the strong mech army, which is a lot more cost efficient. So really, because Kevin's going for the bio, he should be ahead on supply. So the fact that he's down on supply is quite troubling. And the SCV count does tie up for the first time in a while.
Yep, absolutely. It's interesting because in the first game he also went for this mix of bio tank that he's using now. Kevin, I'm talking about, but Julius is still sticking with his full mech only style.
What? I thought for a second maybe poke forward and see the hidden base. Not that that hidden base is very useful, seeing as it has 1 SCV, but still, it could be.
It could become a problem, and Julius is still using these Viking drops. I'm not sure how common they are. They're kind of a bit weird, really.
Yeah, I think maybe some Lithuanian strategy.
More interesting engagement going on up here, but a Seeker missile is going to blow up a lot of that bio. Oh, no, they all got out. That's good micro there.
Yeah, and nothing dies. That tank's going to die, though.
I think everything's going to die.
And this is a sick... How can he clear this up? This is such a good position from Kevin. He's laying waste to this space. Taking a huge worker lead now, 64 to 47. How can Julius break this?
I don't think he can. I mean, he needs to get some medevacs and drop something, but he doesn't have any because he doesn't have any bio. There are...
And some huge oversaturation.
He's just going to go all in with the Hellions and fly in these Vikings, so...
And Hellbats. And the bio just showing in the corner, stimming now. The tank survives.
Oh, that Widow Mine killed a lot of units.
It was the Hunter Seeker missile.
Sorry, Hunter Seeker. Yes, sorry, my mistake.
The tank still remains, and the SCVs are coming next to it.
He's now killed 25 SCVs this game. He's doing well again, like he did last game, to kill the SCVs, and has in the meantime got up a 4th base, which is going to help him a lot in catching up with Julius's lead.
Yeah, I mean, now that... Oh my god. If we... Wait a minute. Am I saying this correctly? If you look at the top right ninja base, there's like a green over, like...
Is he trying... He's go... No! No, this SCV! This SCV!
Kevin's going to build
This SCV!
A CC in the same place, and he's going to see it.
Well, that's going to be pretty cool, because he's also sending his army in that direction, so he's going to be able to go quickly clean it up before Julius can actually do anything. Of all the bases he could have chosen to build a ninja base at, what were the chances that it was going to be the same base? And here we go. He finds out all of a sudden, is like, well, shit.
Boss, now the poor SCV doesn't know what to do.
Julius is like,
Julius acknowledging that he just watched the minimap.
Yeah, and this drop's going to go up there and clean up that base.
There. Yep.
That's the thing about going mech. Your army's pretty immobile. Apart from the Hellions, there's not a lot he can do to get over there to save his base. So he's going to go for the counter-attack with the Hellions instead.
A very interesting scan going down at the south. But I'm not sure what that was for.
I think it was checking if anything was at the tower, so he could safely go by there and run by this base.
Or he could have just sent 1 Hellion to check, but I mean, it doesn't really matter.
This run by is not going to do a whole lot. They're going to attack from the high ground, which is interesting. I didn't think.
No, they're going to kill a lot of SCVs potentially, that these bio units are going to come and clear up the Hellions, maybe? Yes. And at the same time, that base of Julius was completely destroyed.
Not only did he take it out, he's also taken a 5th base just below it, which is kind of cheeky, because, you know, what's the chance of Julius thinking, oh, I'll just go take a base over there again, once
And
he moves his force out.
Kevin even sent a medevac to the bottom left, expecting there to be a hidden base there as well.
That's actually quite proactive of him, and I like that
And
move.
Kevin
That's clever.
takes a huge supply lead.
Yeah.
175 to 150.
Julius was heavily supply blocked as well. So you know what? I'm feeling Kevin for this game. I'm gonna say Kevin has a fighting chance to win this now.
And
Especially with this Doom drop. Holy shit, this is gonna be fun. Ignite Afterburners going off, and death is coming to all.
And Stim. I mean, there's some really good position tanks, but how much are they really going to do?
Not a whole lot when there's bio everywhere in your base. He does clean that drop up, but it's now up to 33 workers killed.
That much.
Yeah, but 33 workers killed total this game. That's pretty sick. Needs to do something with his top right base again, forgetting to turn it into a, an orbital or a planetary fortress. But he's got to D up his front because Julius is coming and coming hard.
He's coming with super strong like army, and this time no wiggly stock unit shenanigans will get in his way.
How does
And the Vikings land at the worst possible
that
moment.
was absolutely terrible. And oh my god, the Thors! This is no attack. Why did he turn around?
He turned around for no reason.
Free Thors. Stimmed Marines versus Thors is a one-sided fight. Last time I checked.
He has such a huge supply lead. I guess he decided to play it safe.
He's at 200 supply. He must not know his opponent is on a worse economy than him for once, and is also far worse off in his supply. Like, if you look at the army supply, he's like 40, 50 supply ahead in army.
Yeah, this could be nerves coming into play again. Kevin did say at the beginning of the series he was very nervous.
That said, it's going to be hard to throw the game from this standpoint, right? And if he why is there an SCV loaded in this command center?
Where? Oh, I see.
I was about to say, if he saturates that base instead of loading all the SCVs into the command center, he might be doing alright.
That is the most hidden SCV ever.
Yeah, you're not going to find that anytime soon.
It's hidden in a hidden base.
And further solidifying his supply lead as he kills all the Thors in the middle of the map. That's
yeah, but
pretty sick.
How will these battle cruisers do against 38 Marines?
They will do quite well.
And the drop denying the base on the south from Julius, no cancel goes down.
That's kind of sad for him. He needed that cancel because he's, behind now.
And the hidden SCV escapes from its cage and decides to start mining.
Ah, clever little guy. Managed to get out. Finally going to get an orbital over there. Going to actually start making some SCVs, which will be cool. This force in the middle is going to siege up. And battle cruisers do actually win against 10 Marines, usually.
But there's 31 on the map, but so many of them are somewhere else.
So many of them are in his third base, doing nothing whilst this fight goes on. And
there's also the drop in the up here that's been there for a while, not doing anything. And the tanks are being slaughtered. Could this be Kevin's downfall? I mean, if he loses all these tanks, he's going to be behind supply.
Wow, that turned around.
Kevin has 2 medevacs on the net. Oh my god.
I take back saying it would be hard for him to throw this game because he's that moment right there, that tech switch, it came too hard and too fast for him.
Yeah, I mean, he did not have enough Marines in the correct places. And Kevin making a turret line near his side of the map.
All players are here into a standard macro game. Very interesting how it will play out.
And interesting it has been.
Indeed.
That engagement was absolutely amazing. I don't even know how he did it.
I think he did it by making lots of battle cruisers. I think you'll find, Rotti. And it turns out battle cruisers. Does he have any Yamato cannon or not?
I mean, it's not really useful against Vikings or Marines.
I was saying he could use it to snipe missile turrets, but he needs more Vikings. That's what he needs right now.
Wow, these battle cruisers are destroying everything. I think Julius has done it.
That's kind of ridiculous that he's managed to pull this one out his arse and build 7 battle cruisers. Whoa, hello.
And in the top right base, we do see some SCVs getting freaky.
Yeah, what are they doing? They're just chilling out, not really doing a whole lot.
They're just one of them something, the other one.
Absolutely.
Gently.
He needs more Marines and more Vikings. That's about all he needs right now, and that's pretty much all he's building, which is kind of nice. If he can sneak them around somewhere... Oh, the mule drops for the repairs. That's kind of cheeky. I like that.
And there's a bunch of SCVs from Kevin on the left side, but... I mean, at this point, I think Kevin's dead. He's way behind in supply. All he has to do with his battle cruisers are 25 odd Marines and 4 Vikings.
He's going to kill one of the battlecruisers if he micros and stims, and no, he did none of that. And that's another GG!
Goes down.
Huh. That wasn't what I was expecting. You know, partway through that game, I really thought Kevin was going to take that one.
Yeah, I mean, he did have a big lead, and he had more bases, but he wasn't prepared for the battlecruisers.
No. Well, that wraps it up
And
for
the
game...
next map will be Overgrowth.
Overgrowth. Okay, well, that wraps it up for game 2 with Julius taking a 2-0 lead over Kevin in this best of 7. We're going to take a quick break and we will be back with the next map in a second.